everybody. Welcome to the 2022 Discraft Big Rip Classic presented by Ledgestone Open. I'm Andy Burns with So Blue Productions, and today I am here with Todd Bryant.
Great to be here with you, Andy, at one of the biggest tournaments in the Southeast, really.
Yes, sir. We have a good one. Shout out to the sponsors you saw on the screen, specifically Discraft and Ledgestone as the title sponsors. Big things they did for this tournament. And here you see the featured card. We got Alex Brister, Josh Patin, Terrance Ivory, and Benjamin Fulford. We've seen a couple of these on So Blue coverage, and it's not confusing to see why they're on the card again. Good players. And here's hole one, par 3. It sets up as one of the easier tee shots for the round, especially for the forehand players. You can see Alex lining that up here.
310 feet, just nice and smooth. Very good shot, edge of circle. He should have a great look at birdie there.
Yeah. Josh doing the same thing, maybe a little bit better of a line. Yeah, a little deep, but anywhere in this circle down there should give you a good look.
Definitely, he's got a great look at it. Little bit left.
Yeah, probably not. Maybe a little juiced up, I should say. Be on feature card, round one. Terrance, a player out of Louisiana. First time we filmed him, so excited to see him play.
A little juiced up there too, a little bit long, but he'll probably have a good look at it from the edge of the woods.
Yeah. Terrance actually has a better look than it seemed. It looked like he was kind of stuck in the brush, but
safe little run up there. But starting with a par on the first hole in a big tournament's always good. Outstanding putt. I mean, just a little tough always to be inside the woods, but that was dead center.
Yeah, that is one of those putts starting off your tournament that can really get you going.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Never a doubt on that one.
No. Yeah, Josh can light it up. He gets the putter going. He's definitely going to be in the mix. Same with Alex. We saw him at Southern Nationals this year. And the putter was hot. Let's see if he can get it hot again.
Really good hole by the lead card.
Mm-hmm. And like you said, nothing to be mad about for Terrance. Just pulled it a little bit off the tee. And there you see 3 of them at 1 under. Going into hole 2. Another par 3, 331 feet. You can see here it's a pretty narrow fairway. Most of the guys are going to take a backhand, righty backhand, and just kind of dig it into the hill, maybe look for a skip. You don't want to be left, honestly, you don't want to be left or right. The stuff is thick in there.
Yeah, just having to flex something just a tad between those trees makes it just a little bit confusing. Good hole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just long enough of a distance to make you put something on it.
Oh, he got a really great roll back out, though.
He did.
This looks great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's turning more than I thought.
Yeah, that was flippy.
It was. I was really expecting a fade there.
You can see the last 2 throws at least definitely getting over on it to S-curve it a little bit like you were talking about. As Terrance just puts it up the gut.
Absolutely. Terrance said you guys birdied the first hole and I'm going to drop one in on the second.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an easy birdie right there.
Absolutely. This was a great placement after as hard as it kicked left there.
No kidding.
Good up shot. I guarantee he's not mad with a par. He was a little scared there for a second.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The way that thing shot to the trees, it wasn't promising. I think that's Josh. Not a bad out.
Man, yeah. He must have been deeper than it looked like to have to throw that roller right there. And this is pretty deep too.
Yeah. You can tell. I mean, There is not much to do.
And now we see why the roller was the right option. This is not bad, though.
No.
Ooh.
Yep. Fortunate it sat down. Seen it roll away a time or two here, but on target, just low.
Little uphill.
Mm-hmm.
Very solid putt. Really, from where he was, he's very satisfied with the 3.
Definitely. Great deuce.
I believe that evens the card right back up.
Yeah.
Really quickly.
Yeah. Lone deuce to get it right back.
Actually,
you're right.
Actually, yeah, because of the, yeah,
or wrong. I mean.
Yeah, you're right that I'm wrong.
Yeah, Fulford. I forgot he just the little pitch out. Unfortunate there. Taking us to hole 3, the famous Josh Patin ace. See if we can do it again. 313 feet. This one, we said the last one was narrow. This one is probably half that or more.
Looks like you just need a very straight disc.
Yeah. And I think a lot of players might play for the slide. Just maybe land at 285, 300. Just try to get somewhere towards the front of the circle. Tough shot.
Definitely. And with no grass, if you land beside the pin right there, it's going in the woods.
Mm-hmm. Very, very solid shot.
Outstanding.
Yeah, interesting. He kind of went with a touch of a hyzer, maybe just to play the right side.
It's possible he wanted it to flip up just a little bit more than it did, but it obviously worked out great.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that one did not get the kick out that he got on the previous hole.
No.
That flipped up very nicely.
Yeah, it did. I think it's safe to say he likes this hole. No ace this time, but it's about as close as you're going to be without it.
He doesn't look upset.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, that's right.
That tree right there that the two of them hit, it's a lot of action.
I'm sure. This is deep.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, that's still going to be a difficult up and down.
Yeah. Very nice.
Very, very good.
Good touch, yep. Still landed it short. Like you said, don't want to land it too far and roll or skip into the woods behind it. So Alex going to try to do the same thing here.
Little edge of circle putt. Probably a little nerves at this point. I know I would have some.
Yeah.
He does it.
He gets that putter going.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, great putt. Good save. Nope, not a save.
No, it was a 4.
Yeah, did it twice in a row now. We're just excited. We want to see good shots.
Yeah. Well, we've seen some.
Yeah. Give some love to your basket there. You can see two guys sitting 2 under early on. Terrance with the bounce back after the only par on hole 1, taking us to hole number 4, 321 feet. We'll go ahead and tell you off the bat, it plays longer than that. It is slowly uphill, and these 2 trees we're coming up on here in the middle are perfectly placed. Got to get around it left or right, whichever way you honestly can get lucky enough to get past. And kind of a tricky little green here. It's sloped a little to the left, got trees left and right, so another tough shot off the bat.
Yeah, and just a slight. I was just about to ask you if it was more of a backhand turnover shot than a forehand. That needs to get skinny.
Yeah, I think the problem with the forehand is you have to take it left of those trees, so it's a very small gap to hit.
Right.
Like Josh is doing here.
Like I was trying to say, this is a forehand hole.
I mean, that was
textbook.
Fantastic shot.
Absolutely.
think maybe just dead straight. I couldn't quite tell.
Ooh, that turned over.
Goodness.
He should be okay to get up and down from there.
Yeah. A theme here very early on, as you can tell, if you're off the fairway, there is not much you can do. We've seen 3 pitch outs, I believe, already.
It's what you call natural OB.
Yeah.
It's a stroke if you get over there, most likely.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, that one got away from him. Drive was actually better than I expected, but just a little error there.
It'll be a little nervy comebacker.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good bid, just a little high.
Yeah, I think, like you said, a little nervy comebacker, especially after the way he missed the other one.
I don't think he expected to be that far away when he stepped up to his drive.
Mm.
And that was difficult through those trees. Those type things just get in your head.
Solid putt there with some authority.
Yeah, when you see the distance on this hole, you don't think about, 3 guys on the feature card bogeying it.
Right.
But it's tight. It's a tight fairway. You've got those 2 trees you were talking about. It's not an easy hole.
Yeah, I think without those trees, I mean, obviously the hole changes a great deal, but it is just a normal little forehand. With it, you kind of are forced to try to throw a little turnover.
That's right.
And just like that, I mean, our scores are pretty much all over the place.
They are. Yeah, that changed the entire outlook of the card, probably.
Before we get into hole 5, I want to thank quickly just the course sponsors here, Disc and That, Privet Drive Disc Golf Course, and PowerSports Rescue. Appreciate you guys for sponsoring the course. And here's hole 5, 455 feet. You are not throwing it towards the sun, as it would seem, but this is a very, very difficult tee shot. You want to land somewhere in here, if possible, then to set yourself up for this upshot, which is super tight, shocker. This is tough. I mean, you can tell just by looking at it.
They do give you that extra stroke. It's a par 4,
Yeah.
but getting the 3, you will feel very good about yourself if you walk away with that.
Yeah, this is a great par. Really
Absolutely.
good 4 if you can get it.
The tee shot is what's going to change everything.
Mm-hmm. That's tremendous. The gap right off the tee box looks fairly wide here. I mean, it doesn't look super wide, but when you step on the tee box, I mean, it is tight.
Little short, but he's in the wider part of the fairway, so
Yeah.
hopefully he'll have something to work with there.
Yeah, I think that's a good miss too. He's probably not too upset with that.
Another good shot.
Yeah.
It's almost like these guys like playing the tighter fairways better than the open fairways.
Seriously. If this cuts, yeah.
Wow.
We may not see a better group of 4 tee shots here.
No, absolutely.
I may have amped it up a little too much before all that, but a little tough luck, but he might actually be able to see the basket decently. If he's got a little gap, he can maybe run something.
That was a very nice upshot.
Yeah, super controlled. I think the difference from him and Josh, obviously, is that angle. He got it out a little bit wider. Josh going to have a tough look. Yep.
But he'll still be able to get up and down for a par, which is not at all terrible on this hole.
Right.
And I believe if you'd have told him his disc would be there in 2, he would have been very happy.
Yep. Yeah.
Great shot.
Yeah.
He'll save.
Terrance maybe not super lucky where he's at, but that will do.
Wow, he threw that a lot higher than I was expecting, but that turned out to be very good.
Yeah. Yeah, solid shot, and he's still out, surprisingly. Great putt. Par save there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
After going in the woods on this hole, or the edge of the woods at least, that's a good score.
Good putt there from Ben. We're going to be looking at a under par lead card here on this hole.
Absolutely. That's 2 birdies, 2 pars. That's good.
Yeah.
There weren't a lot of cards that did that, I wouldn't think.
No. And there you see Josh 2 strokes ahead of this card. Terrance not far behind him. Really nobody's far behind him, but going into one of the hardest holes on the course every year, hole number 6, 405 feet. You do get that extra stroke. It's a par 4, but it is super tight the entire way. If your disc fades or turns at all, you're hitting something. So some players like to play it up real short, play for a second shot. Some players like to just try to get what they can and see what happens.
Well, if you rip one and you hit the gap, you can get an eagle here quickly.
Yep.
You can also miss the gap and get a 5 here really quickly.
Really quickly. Yeah. Beautiful green too. Like to see that. It opens up after this hole. So a great hole to kind of cap off early part of the course.
Is it OB there long past those stakes?
The stakes are not OB.
Okay.
I think there may be a line past that, but I don't believe there is.
That's going to be a tough par.
Yeah. Not a bad shot.
No, I think he's probably saying a par is good here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Par is very much in play. He should have a decent look up for a birdie.
I think so.
Oh my God.
There is a spot early on in the fairway that a lot of players actually play super short to take a huge wide hyzer over the trees. But it's a very small landing zone to do that, I think. Somewhere near where that disc is, but I think he's going to be too far. Josh is to shoot that.
If he had just been 3 feet shorter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, wasn't happy with that one. Kind of an awkward little stance.
It was right behind that tree. And still needed to put something on the disc at that point.
Possibly fortunate to not go super deep.
Yeah, I think so. A high forehand like that, I was expecting it to fade. I think he got a little help from the tree.
Terrance, power to him. He took that up in the air somewhere, advanced it pretty far down the fairway.
Well, this is his drive, right?
Yeah.
Oh. I know he was wanting more than that after being there off the tee.
Yeah, I think he yanked that one out of some excitement, maybe.
Yeah.
Good little love.
4 is great on this hole.
Yeah, I think he had that putt either way, but nice little backstop. Good shot from Ben. He's probably ready to get this hole out of the way. Didn't play it very well, but lots of golf left.
I didn't realize he was that deep. I thought he was a little more toward the edge there, but that was a good out.
Mm-hmm.
Terrance just laying up, right?
Yeah.
Conceding the par?
Yeah. Can't blame him.
No. He knows he's getting strokes not only on his card, but on quite a few other cards.
Exactly. Tell you what, though, this shows Alex's confidence with the putter to take back-to-back jumpers.
Oh, definitely.
Nice spin putt. It's Terrance. Yep. Puts that one in easily.
We've had a lot of shots since the tee, but I think, is Terrance the only par there? No.
Him and Josh.
Josh got one as well. Yeah. Tough hole.
Yeah. And the separation we mentioned previously is now extended a couple more strokes.
It is.
Takes us to hole 7, 398 feet. Plays a little farther than that. You'll see a lot of guys really rip one, and that's because once you get to hole 7, the wind really picks up off the water. Beautiful open hole here. The difficulty is going to be the green, where you can see the slope up to the basket. If you go too far past the basket, you kind of slope down a little bit. So lots of things to think about as far as landing your disc.
I would think they probably want to hit right near the basket, maybe down 10 feet in front of it in that hill, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's probably exactly what they want to do.
And then hope it doesn't roll.
Yeah, always hope. Not bad there.
No, not bad.
Yeah.
The way that wind sounds like it's blowing, the putt may be tough up that hill, but that's a good tee shot.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of guys just play for the 3. Because that putt, like you said, you hear the wind roaring, that putt gets tough.
This is a little different idea.
Great shot.
Very good result, yeah.
Yeah, he got up a little higher, so he'll be a little more level with the basket. Maybe a chance to run it.
Yeah. Come on, hook up. Oh.
Sat nicely, but
All 4 near circle, if not right at the edge or inside.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, well done. I don't blame him a bit. Not with the way that wind sounds like it's whipping.
Yeah, if you're gonna run it, just aim it super low, see if it picks it up at all.
Yeah, I don't believe this is a layup right here.
Doesn't look like it. A couple more inches and that one's flying.
Yeah, that was good, a good result. Hey, it was a good putt though.
It
was a good putt. Oh no. And that was not a bad putt.
No, caught a lot of chains. Maybe a decent bit right, the way it kind of flopped out. Oh no. Yeah.
I think had his drive landed down there, he may have laid it up. But because he needed the par, he felt like he needed to run that.
Yeah, I think you're right. And it's so hard to take after just missing one, because you don't want to lose another stroke. So in your mind, you're thinking you got to make it, but turns out, yeah,
absolutely. Now, on paper, this looks like an easy hole,
right?
Until you look at the landscape, and it is just not.
Yeah.
You add a little wind in there, and it's a difficult hole.
Yeah. Yeah. Normally, I'd say I could put one 398. I don't know that I'm getting to the bottom of that hill. Going in hole 8, 323 feet, par 3. And this one's going to play a little shorter because of the downhill, but there is a line behind the basket about circle's edge, so you don't want to put too much juice on it. Beautiful hole here coming towards the water. Pretty much going to be spike distance. Just figure out what you can throw and land near the bullseye, honestly.
Looks like a headwind.
I believe so, yeah. Changes things a little bit. Definitely lift as you
going. Oh no, it's not. That's perfect.
It did sit. It looked like it was coming in hot.
It did.
That one did come in hot.
Yeah, that's what I thought the first one was going to do, but It was a good throw, very similar shots.
Yeah.
You just got to skip.
This is looking, well, no, it's looking all right. Ooh. Fortunate not to skip.
Absolutely.
Slide, baby.
Good shot there.
All good shots, really. One unfortunate skip, but those were well placed.
Yeah. Yeah, and the headwind may have caught Terrance a little bit more than he expected because it just lifted. Pretty big deal.
You know, is he OB?
I think he is. I may be wrong about that. We'll see here in a second, but I think he went deep.
Yeah, I can't imagine those stakes are just, circle stakes. I'd really like to see this one go in for him.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
That's a difficult putt, too.
Yes, it is.
That's one of the ones I'd consider just laying up myself.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why you don't see me on film.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's why I'm on this side of the microphone, right?
That's 100% right. I mean, this is little 15-foot putt.
Nervy.
Yeah. You can see him just compose himself.
Dead center.
Yeah.
Almost like he meant to.
Yeah, at what point do you just say to yourself, just throw it in the chains?
Terrance was not OB. That's par.
Okay.
So, yeah,
okay.
that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
He did have a long putt in that win.
Yeah, he did. So going to our final ninth hole of this front nine, 354 feet, par 3. As you can see, coming up on the basket, it is dead in the middle of that slope. Lot of discs land in a really good spot and end up in a really not so good spot. So one thing here, but overall it is a beautiful little hole. Pretty simple hyzer.
It looks very straightforward. The wind changes a straightforward hole.
Yes, it does. Yeah, I don't think the out-of-bounds stakes way right really come into play unless you just throw the wrong disc in the wind. This looks pretty good.
This does.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Mm-mm.
I like this low shot. To try to take the wind out of it a little bit.
Yeah.
Man, just a little unfortunate to hit the longer grass, but he's got a putt at it. And he's right there level with the basket.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Terrance also staying low. Maybe a little wide. Yeah.
Sit right there. Oh, that's not too bad of a roll.
No.
Added another 8 feet or so to his putt.
Josh just going to walk away with the 3.
I believe Terrance is going to give it a run.
It looks that way.
And,
Yes, sir.
That was a good decision on Terrance's part.
Great putt.
Great putt, man.
Now you get to run up the hill. Catch your breath.
I'm not wanting to be the guy putting after Terrance there. No problem. Wow. What wind?
Seriously. Great putts, man. Both?
That is a putt I don't care for. That little downhill putt, but yeah, that was he was parked, so it probably wasn't quite as big a deal.
You rather have his or Terrance or Ben's?
No, I'll take his.
Okay, yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. You misunderstood.
There you go. There's the front 9. Alex sitting at even. Josh, nice little sneaky 4 under. Didn't do anything crazy flashy, but he's there and he's in a good position to take the back 9. We are moving on to the back 9 here, where we're going to see some more wind, a lot of out of bounds, and a lot more fun.
I am ready to see what these guys do on the back of the course.
Yep. Thank you, guys.